Randy Kavanaugh's his name. I'm sitting here with a good friend of mine and working colleague, Paul Gordon. We're on the Upper Rideau, which starts in Ottawa, works its way up through the canal system. We're near Westport. If you're geographically having a look, you might want to bring Westport up on your internet and have a look to see what that is. We're close by, and from Westport on, we go through Newborough, on up through Jones's Falls, on up into the Kingston Mills, and on into Lake Ontario. From Lake Ontario, you can access an inland waterway, which will take you down through the United States, or you can take the St. Lawrence, which will take you out to the Atlantic. The Atlantic will take you anywhere in the world. This is an incredibly beautiful property, and we will be taking you around. Paul, what are your thoughts on the property?
Well, I'm sitting here looking out the window right now, and I would say it's probably one of the most beautiful views I've ever seen. I've traveled to Southern California, south of Long Beach at Donald Trump's spot. This view here is better than what I've seen down there. It's going to be fun with Randy today. We're going to take a look at this amazing property with all the buildings, and it is like a large compound and has a great security system here with walls up virtually making sure that you have your privacy here. True.
The land itself exceeding the building is comprised of two properties, two lots, which have not merged but will be sold as one parcel. All total, we have approximately 900 feet of frontage. It's slightly under 900 feet. It's a rocky cliff kind of shoreline with a boathouse which is accessible by walkways. The property surrounding, as Paul said, is a compound. Therefore, it's quite secure, completely secure actually, with a security system. We have some outbuildings and things of that nature, and we will talk about each individual feature of the home. Getting back to the waterway itself, Paul, you're a boater, and you're on the system, and tell us a little bit about where you are.
Well, I'm a little bit northeast of the Upper Rideau. I'm on the Big Rideau Lake, on a bay, Bass Bay, and we have, I think, from Westport to Rideau Ferry, you're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 17, 18 miles of waterway. The other end of the Rideau, from Rideau Ferry, you can continue on the canal down to Ottawa, and you can pick up the Ottawa River, and then you can make your way to the St. Lawrence alternately. This system is unbelievable. There's wonderful fishing. There's a lot of large boats, and Randy, Gary has
Gary has a 50-footer, which he actually had in Europe, and had it brought over to the Bahamas, and from the Bahamas brought it over to Miami, up to Fort Lauderdale, and then up along the coastline to the St. Lawrence and into the Rideau system, and actually parked his boat just outside the house here. So when you can get a 50-footer, I mean, I'm sure that the locks have a certain restriction on how big your boat is. You can only go as large as what the locks are. He pretty well filled it with his boat. I was on it when we were doing a little drive around here. Anyways, the waterway itself is phenomenal. The things we want to touch on today, we've talked about the water. Now we'll talk a little bit about the security. I know people around the world today, with what's going on in the world, are secure, very security conscious. We have a security system here which can monitor his boat when he has it in the water, so he can sit here in his home with his television set or his monitor screen, and he can monitor any activity that would take place around his boat. He also has the same as you enter the compound, which is a security system. He can also see anyone who enters or leaves the compound. It's kept on a tape, so it can go back to in days going by and just see who all came into the property. If he's away, he electronically can do some things that will secure the property. So I think we're trying to get the point out to people around the world. Not that this is an unsafe area. I would consider it quite safe. But people from other parts of the world are more security conscious than what we are. So he has made this compound a secure facility for people that may come here to visit or come here to stay, or inevitably, which we hope, will purchase this property and enjoy this incredibly beautiful home. It's roughly 6,000 square feet in size. I will talk a little bit about it, and then we'll do a walking tour as well. The open space we're in here now, I'm going to say, is probably approximately 1,800 square feet. We have behind me, which we'll be seeing a little later, an indoor pool, a sauna, a whirlpool. We have two main bedrooms identical to each other at each end of the house. One is for guests, and obviously the other is their master bedroom. Each has a 6-piece bath, all efficient. Everything is efficient in the home, and we'll see these things as we do our tour. Paul, anything more you'd like to add?
Well, you know, Randy, with that lead up, I think it's time to start the tour, and I think you're going to enjoy our walk through of this house. It's quite an incredible property.
Perfect. Let's move on.
Wow.
Isn't this something? Isn't this something? You know, I like to cook personally, and have a glass of wine while I'm cooking. I've attended functions in this home, and amazingly enough, all that space up there. Guess where we ended up?
Probably right here, Randy.
Right here. Right here. The entire party took place here. I was at the owner's birthday party. We won't say how many years young he is, but the entire party took place right here in the kitchen when we had all that other space. Then, as we moved from here over to the dining room, beautiful granite countertops.
Ooh, very nice.
Countertop cooker.
Yes, very nice.
Plenty of cabinetry. They got a little at the end here. I don't know whether you noticed on the way in. There's just a little bar area here. It's not a cooler. It's just I mean, I have to say room temperature kind of thing. But it's
For wine, probably. You could put a bottle of wine there.
Very easy to put a cooler in there if you wanted to.
Randy, what I like, you know, what's so amazing, you could be in here cooking, and you may have a few drinks here, and your guests are sitting right there, and so there's excellent communication, and I love that part of the whole thing because I'm a bit of a socializer. So.
Oh, really?
Yes, I am.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. The other thing I'm going to mention, Paul, is while you're in the kitchen, you know, both of us are standing here, and you turn and you look at it. What are you looking at?
Wow. It's that view again. The view's amazing.
It's an incredible view. You can see why they call it Bella Vista.
Bella Vista.
And then you look out at what we call the back of the house, which is, I never could tell with the back and the front because they're both beautiful. And you got the turning of the leaves. It's fall here in Canada, so the maple leaves are turning, so you got this gorgeous color. We got stainless steel appliances. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. You've got a little music system set up over here, so when you're working in the kitchen, you can actually have some. And speaking of music, Paul, the entire property is wired for music. I don't know whether you knew that or not.
You know, Randy, when Travis and I were out here doing the outside shoot on the weekend, beautiful day, we were down there and the tunes were pumping away, and we were enjoying the
But I guess it was country and western.
It was a little country and a little 50s and 60s.
I'm going to say country and western. So I just move out of here, and I just want to point at this cabinet here, which matches the kitchen. It's a I don't know whether you call them a hutch or a buffet or something like that, but nevertheless you can store things in it. Eating area can facilitate 14, maybe 16 people. Again, I hate to keep going back. I shouldn't say hate. I keep going back to the waterfront. I mean, it's right there. So anywhere you are in this home, you've got waterfront. Around the corner, a powder room. So everything is right at your fingertips. So I can't say too much more about the kitchen, but it is absolutely stunning.
Wow.
You know, that's what it is. In real estate, we walk into a house, there's a wow effect. This home has got the wow effect. I've brought some people in, some family and friends in here, and you're overwhelmed. It is so stunning.
It's spectacular.
It's spectacular. Okay, so we'll move on from here back into the, I'm going to say back into the grand area, grand room where we sit and had our chat earlier, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, after viewing the kitchen and the dining area, we're moving into the living area here. All I can say is, wow again, Randy. This is so expansive. I'm looking out at the lake. No matter where you are in this house, I'm looking at the lake. Let's take a walk in here, and maybe you can give us an explanation of what this thing's all about, this amazing living room.
Thank you, Paul. And you're right about the area we just left. It is fantastic. Now we're in the what I would call the grand room area. The whole property is a grand room. This is expansive, as you say. High ceilings, lots of ventilation. There is central air in the building, but with the kind of ventilation we have here, it's not really necessary to be used. There will be days you will use it. If you and look at the furniture, it's casual. The people that own this property travel the world, so when they come home, this is their cottage. Pretty lavish cottage, wouldn't you say?
Wow.
Exactly. You said well a lot today. I've been in the home many times. I'm a friend, and I've been a guest here for functions that have taken place. I just want to point out a couple of things. If you look over here behind you, Paul, you'll see a monitor, which you would think was a television set. Well, it is a television set, but it's being used as a monitor. If you were coming in the gate right now, there'd be an automated voice say, "You're trespassing." And you've heard that, haven't you?
I have heard
Yes. What that is someone telling you that you have no business to be here. If you're a guest or they're expecting you, you keep on coming in and so on and so forth. So there's nobody just driving in just to see what's going on. It is a compound. The gates do close, and you can control. That also, that feature also, when Gary had his 50-foot boat here, down by the boathouse, anchored out there, that could be, he could monitor his boat from here. He also has an office downstairs which has a monitoring as well. So from a security point of view, why in the living room, we say, or why in the grand room? It's because he can see it from pretty much anywhere in this whole grand area.
So then,
yes,
the owner was, he wanted, security was a priority in his life then?
A lot of his, not so much for him, Paul, more so for his guests.
Okay.
A lot of his guests come from a variety of places around the world. And as you know, Canada is a pretty secure country. So we leave our keys in our car sometimes. Well, you'll have to forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, but that was my cell phone going off, and I believe I just cut them off. So it's probably somebody trying to put an offer on this property right now, Paul.
You're right.
And they're trying to.
You're very intuitive about this stuff.
I want to expand on one other item while we're in this room. The fireplace. It's not a fireplace per se. There's no fire. It's electric. But I'm telling you, Paul, you turn that on in the evening, and it does give heat. It gives a nice ambience to the room. Gives you that feeling of kind of coziness sort of idea. So everything you see around here, if you look directly behind me, you'll see on the wall over here. You asked about that a few minutes ago. That wrought iron. That's handmade, and I believe it was made in Egypt. Mm-hmm. A lot of and of course the table as well behind me was made in Egypt. These are not features of the home, but these are things that show that these people have traveled the world. So I want to say it once again, when they come home here to Canada, comfy. They want to be comfortable. There's in-floor heating. I'm going to let you talk about that a little later because you're more familiar with it, with your background. Once we get out of the utility room, then I'm going to turn that over to you.
Sounds
so
good.
Why don't we move now on into the pool area, and we'll talk a little bit about it.
That sounds good to me. Okay, so we've just come from the living area, now we're into the pool area. I guess you could almost call it pool and auxiliaries because there's a lot to this area here.
Exactly. And one of the key features, I just got to get turned around here so we can talk to the camera. One of the main features in this room is the least thing that you'd see or you'd know about. When we walked into this room, you notice the glass doors behind you? Those glass doors, when they close, the air pressure in here is lesser than the air pressure in the rest of the house.
Why is that, Randy?
Well, when you open the door, the smell doesn't go out of chlorine or whatever you might use in the pool to cleanse the water. It doesn't go out into your living space. The air from your living space comes in here.
Great idea.
That's a huge feature, Paul. Huge feature. I believe up behind that, the Rideau Canal thing, there's an air exchanger which runs that. And I'm not going to talk about it because I'm really not familiar with it. I know how it works, and I just don't want to dwell on something that I know so little about.
So what you're really saying is this system in here keeps the pressure in here at sub-atmospheric pressure, which keeps the moisture and so forth in this part of the building.
You nailed it. As you can see, the pool is it's not a diving pool. It's heated. For older guys like me, got a little walkway to get down into the water. But believe me, it is fabulous. In the wintertime, summertime, whatever. There is an outdoor pool. So summertime you move outside, but in the wintertime, this is where you spend your time with your friends. And I'd like to point over to this direction. There is a whirlpool tub here as well, which would seat 4 people. Very, very nice. Everything is sort of geared towards the windows, towards the light, towards the lake.
So could you have a glass of wine with that if you on a nice evening with the moon out there?
I don't know how to answer that. I'm sure you could have more than one, Paul. If you look directly behind me, you have a sauna, cedar. Probably could accommodate 6 to 8 people in there.
Very nice.
It is very nice. And again, the camera speaks for us. I mean, we can talk about it. I mean, as you see, you've got cedar all the way throughout, so you get that nice cedar smell.
Oh, it smells nice.
There's no condensation. You don't feel a lot of moisture in here. Fantastic room. Again, you're in here. You're looking back out at the rest of the house.
That's a very, very unique feature about a house. You know, I've never seen anything like that before, Randy.
It's an amazing home.
Yeah,
why don't we, while we're in this area and this end of the home, why don't we have a look at the guest room? I'm going to let you talk a little about the utilities while we get over there too.
Okay, that sounds good. I think I can do that for sure.
All right, Paul. We're leaving the pool area and we're going to go into the guest bedroom plus the guest bedroom for children. A couple of bunk beds around here behind this door. We're going to see the utility room, and I'm going to let you take it from that point on. I'll just go ahead through.
Okay.
I'll let you talk about the utilities.
All right. Well, there's a small utility room for the west wing of the house. We have zone control heating for the flooring. That means you can control different areas of the flooring. You can have heat on or off using this zone control. We also have a 125 amp service panel in here, which is adequate for the load it's supplying. It supplies power to the garage up here and various parts of this wing. And also we have a heat exchanger up here, which controls the pressure of the pool area at subatmospheric. And now we're going to walk into this guest bedroom and ensuite and closet here.
Okay, I'll just touch a little bit on this. This is a cedar closet. I'm not going to go into people's personal areas, but it is a full walk-in cedar closet, the same as what's in the master bedroom at the other end of the house. The bedroom speaks for itself. It's spacious. You wake up in the morning, you're basically looking out at the lake. It's how your day starts, it's sometimes how it finishes. If you have a great start and you feel good about yourself, you're going to have a good day. Big screen TV. I'm not a big TV fan, but nevertheless, great if you have kids and they're staying with you. You can entertain them, that sort of idea. Behind me, as we walk over here, we have a walk-in bathroom. Or walk into the bathroom, we have a two-person jacuzzi tub. We have a bidet, and we have a shower and vanity with lots of cabinetry. Very, very accessible, bright. Everything in the home is bright. It's a very clean feeling, light feeling to this home. And when you turn and as I say, when you go to bed in the morning, we've got the door open now. We just like the cameraman maybe to follow me out and you'll have a look at the view you're going to get first thing in the morning. Isn't this spectacular? Absolutely phenomenal. You're looking west over here, and you've got this panoramic view as far as you can see. It's absolutely stunning. The decking, if you turn and look down the decking, you could probably accommodate 100 people on this deck.
Yeah, you sure could,
I absolutely think you could. We'll talk about the outdoor pool a little later as we finish up here, but why don't we take it down now to the master bedroom?
I've got something to say here, Randy. I guess I have a vivid imagination, but I can envision being a guest here, or a new owner, or a new owner's guest, and getting up in the morning, having a nice shower, turning the television on, you catch the news, down to the kitchen, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee, coming out here with your spouse or your children, enjoying the view, and I'll tell you, I agree with you. That's a wonderful start for your day.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, let's move on.
The hallway to the master bedroom is here. So Randy and I are going to be walking in here. And yes, I am getting a little tired, Randy, because the house is quite large.
Should have brought lunch with you, Paul. All right, we're now in the master bedroom, and again, the camera speaks for itself. Spacious, identical to the guest room. TV's mounted a little higher on the wall, so if you're laying in bed, maybe you're not feeling well and you want to watch a little TV in the morning, it's here for you. You have a bathroom exactly identical to the one at the other end of the house. You have a walk-in cedar closet here. Just open up here and flip a light on to give you an idea. It is virtually a walk-in. It's the size of a small baby's room sort of thing. But a nice feature for keeping your clothes nice and fresh. Now we're going to walk over here, and we're just going to stand at the door here, Paul, for a second. I can't overemphasize what you have here. The view is absolutely, again, spectacular. To our left, if that walkway runs all the way right down to the boathouse. I believe there's 38 to 40 lampposts that light up that you can actually see at night when you're walking out there, or someone's on the lake. This is a spectacular view from the water, as you know, which will be part of our presentation. So
yeah, and I guess, Randy, the other thing that I like, being a big music fan, is he's got an excellent sound system which is incorporated into his walkways. So if you're out there with your family, your friends, your guests, whatever type of music turns you on, it's available right there. That's pretty neat.
All right, now why don't we now move down to the games room and maybe shoot a game of pool?
Sounds good. I'm going to beat you.
Okay. I'll take my chances.
Yeah, we're starting to we're coming down the stairs to the lower level. Randy, I don't know whether you're very good at pool or not, but that's a nice looking pool table.
I'll tell you, won the first championship.
Good for
you.
You.
Take me on there, buddy. You can. That was a number of years ago when I could see. Okay, we're in the games room, and this is actually one of my favorite spots. I visit these people on a regular basis, and we seem to end up down here. I don't know whether it's a gentleman thing or not, but the men seem to end up down here chatting and playing pool. Another television set, one of these large TV screens. Again, the camera speaks for itself. It's pretty much casual. Walkout basement. What do you see? Water.
Water.
Everywhere, every place in this house where you're going to spend time, you see the water. And it's a walkout. We'll go out there in a couple of minutes. I just want to point out a couple of features here. We have a bar area, we have a fridge, we have a 4-piece bath which can be accessed from either side. So if you're in the other guest bedroom on the other side, you have access to the 4-piece bath. Now, Paul, I'm going to turn this over to you and let you take the cameraman into the utility room.
Just one thing though before we shift into this utility room. I'm just wondering whether the water helps with your pool game when you're playing, that's all.
I would suggest that I would use that as a component. I'd say, please look at the water while I take the shot. Okay.
Very good.
Good one. Go ahead.
We're going to shift over here to the maintenance room. I'm really impressed. I'm impressed with the cleanliness. I'm also impressed with the utilities that have been planned for this house. As you look towards the east, Travis, we have 2 oil tanks. We have an oil furnace right here. This blue oil furnace. This is ducting. Also, we've got it's a 60-gallon hot water tank here. This is really impressive. We have a generator. It's at least a 200 amp service. So all we do, if there's a problem, like Randy mentioned earlier, during the ice storm, all they have to do is shift this breaker here from the on position to the generator position. And I would assume the generator starts by itself. And then you can cover all the major load in this house, and virtually you would probably hardly even know that you've lost power on the grid. The other thing that's really impressive is this whole room is covered by a firefighting system here. We have a couple more service panels here, and then if you shift in here, you're into his pressure system and also the zone control. You can see it throughout this whole room. These all supply hot water, heated by this oil furnace over here, and he can control the heating and in-floor heating virtually throughout the house. Look at how clean it is. This house is 15 years old, Randy. 9 years old, but look at it like this. This is amazing. I love the way everything's kept neat, tidy, and safe. That's really important in a house this size.
This is the in-house main house office. It could be transferred into a small bedroom. Although it would not be necessary to have a window, it could be. There's a closet here and so on and so forth. So it's nice to have that in-house office. And then if we're moving backwards here, we got the 4-piece bath. We can access again from this guest bedroom as well as the office as well as the bar. So we're pretty covered. Guest bedroom, good size. All the rooms are spacious. Okay, I see, Paul, you're standing out in the screened-in area. It's wonderful, isn't it?
Oh, is it ever?
Beautiful for those spring and fall evenings. The summertime, you can enjoy it. The owners right now are using it as a workout area. Very pleasant. Gets you out of the weather. If it happens to be raining or something like that, you can be out here. And again, what are you enjoying?
Well, I'm enjoying the view tremendously. But the other issue is, if you're traveling worldwide and you come home to your house, how better to reduce your stress and working out here and looking out at the lake. Those are two part and parcel of what this whole property is about.
I think you've hit it right on the head.
Yeah, very
absolutely. Nice. We're heading up now to the garage area and the caretakers' accommodations. I'm going to access the building from the front here, which is the caretakers' quarters. All the structures are stone. All the interior walls are insulated.
Oh, that's good. Excellent.
I was almost remiss and forgot about that.
Yeah.
Soundproofing. Okay. You come in, bedroom on your left. All right, perfect. We have a 4-piece bath here. We have another bedroom here, which at one point was an office when they were working up out of the garage. Another 4-piece bath over here. And we have the power turned off to this part of the building right now. And so we won't go in there, but there's another room that could be a bedroom. It's strictly used as storage for the moment. So Travis, if you want to back up just a little bit, we'll just open that door. Thank you, Paul. This is an area that you and I both like. What a garage. What a garage.
Well, I love his tools. It's unbelievable.
And it's a workshop garage. That's what he used it for, was a workshop. He's since moved his business into a factory, but what a great place. What a great place.
Lots of room. I like it.
Perfect.
And I love the exterior. I love the stonework. The stonework is phenomenal.
How many garages you see with stonework? Anyways, that concludes our day.
Okay, Randy, good stuff.
So I hope you've enjoyed it.